Jim Carrey's film career started with a little movie called All in Good Taste, which released all the way back in 1983. The story follows a filmmaker named Timothy who writes a script about an orphan and his dog. It's very innocent and wholesome, and he's very proud of it. However, the studio producer that hires Timothy forces him to change it into a story about strippers. I mean, it's a tale as old as time, clearly.
This is such a horny movie. No joke, literally every 5 minutes, you witness somebody strip and get naked. And not to mention, some of these characters who aren't even strippers will still derobe because they're trying to seduce our protagonist.
It's also worth mentioning that this movie was almost lost to time. It just really looked like there was no way for me to watch this movie, which was already insane because I just started this marathon and I'm already being met with an obstacle. Until I found out that they actually released All in Good Taste on DVD back in 2003, which I assume is for the 20th year anniversary.
And so, 22 years later, I was able to buy this little number off of Amazon. I mean, just look at this DVD cover. Boobs, Jim Carrey, because he's now famous in 2003. And then, oh yeah, more boobs.
Jim Carrey plays a character named Ralph Parker, who is Timothy's assistant. Now, Ralph is only in one sequence of this movie, and he has no dialogue, so you never hear Jim Carrey say anything. Is that him? Yes, I think that's him. That's our boy. Look, there he goes. I want to highlight one scene from every movie we're going to talk about today, and in All in Good Taste, that's pretty easy to choose. Timothy and Ralph visit a nudist camp to do research for this stripper film Tim has to make. They are greeted by this naked woman who tells them that they have to take all of their clothes off in order to go into the camp.
So the fellows reluctantly strip down, and then there's just this shot of Jonathan Welch's, who plays Tim, and Jim Carrey's asses on screen as they just walk down the hallway. That's right, folks. Jim Carrey's film debut is him walking around naked in a nudist camp. And that's it, by the way. This is the only time he appears in this movie, and I just couldn't believe it.
This was definitely the most chaotic sequence in the film, which in hindsight actually makes a lot of sense. You see, nobody knows it yet in 1983, but the chaos in this scene actually plays exactly into the strengths that Jim Carrey has as a performer.
That's all I really have to say about this one. Didn't like the movie, so let's just move on.